All right. You should be wearing black today. You come in here bearing a solar eclipse and Mercury retrograde.
I know, and both in the same sign. It's like, does God hate us? I'm going to talk about the solar eclipse because that's a real positive kind of thing for everybody because solar eclipses are new moons. And this Thursday is the solar eclipse in the sign of Virgo. So, and then next week I'll talk about Mercury retrograde. But for Virgos, the solar eclipse in your sign along with Jupiter and Mercury all means new starts. The only thing Virgos have to be careful for is not asking too much and not being too specific because the universe is going to try really hard to bring them what they say that they want. And I'm a much bigger fan of saying, God, why don't you send me what you think I need? For Libras, it is time for them to take a step back and regroup. A lot of change has gone on in the Libra's life, clearing away debris and actually trying to get ready for a new start. That happens when Jupiter enters their sign later this month. So whatever it is that they have set to the curb, they need to lead by the curb and look for new things, not try and backtrack and don't try and revive old things. For Scorpios, this is in their 11th house of hopes, wishes, goals, and objectives. And the Scorpio is going to rely, and has been relying on a group to bring the Scorpio what it is they say that they want. But they get support from people that they thought were not necessarily allies, although they were colleagues. But they get more support, really, than they thought they were going to get. For Sagittarians, 10th house of career and public standing. And Sagittarians have to be careful because the powers that be are looking very carefully at the Sagittarian's performance. And the Sagittarian needs to give the bosses or the powers that be exactly what they ask for. It's no time to kind of wing it, which is a Sagittarian style. For Capricorns, legal matters, educational matters, important matters at a distance, contracts, negotiations, all go very, very favorably for the Capricorn. And they get what it is that they've been working on since last September, which is a really cool thing for them. For Aquarians, it's in their 8th house of other people's money and other people's resources. Aquarians need to take a hard look at the resources that they share with other people and find a way to maximize those rather than trying to seek out new resources. And something new comes to light about a resource that changes how they think about it, which is very positive for them because it means more money. For Pisces, everybody's yelling at Pisces. Every planet is opposing Pisces signs. So partners really have a lot to say and a long litany of what you need to do better. And the Pisces just needs to go, okay, I will. Because there's no way to fight it because it's overwhelming. For Aries, 6th house of work and responsibilities, new job opportunities, not necessarily the corner office, but something that the Aries has been working on since last fall about expanding their job or bringing more to their job or getting more out of their job happens for the Aries as a result of this eclipse. For Tauruses, it's a great time to have fun. It's a great time for children, sports, amusements, pleasures, grandchildren, anything that's fun to do, the Taurus is going to want to do. And they're going to kind of stay away from the onerous responsibilities because there's plenty of time for that. It's actually time for Tauruses just to take a step back and enjoy themselves and feel the love. For Geminis, 4th house of home, they need to clean something up at home. There's something going on at home. They've been trying to get a handle on it, and somehow this eclipse shows them the right way to go to get a handle on whatever it is at home that has been unmanageable. It then becomes manageable. For Cancers, 3rd house of day-to-day living, and it means short distance, short duration travel. And it means contracts and negotiations and learning something very useful about their world. It's a very practical knowledge kind of time for Cancers. And then for the last sign for Leos, it's about the money. It's about making more money. It's finding a way to increase the amount of money you have in your pocket through either the fruits of your labor, through some sort of an agreement, but it's attending to the details for the Leo that ends up making them the most amount of money. So it's the little details they want to pay attention to. And something gets revealed at this eclipse that helps them achieve that objective. So that's tomorrow's news today for the 12 signs of the zodiac. The good news with the solar eclipse, and we'll talk about Mercury retrograde next week.
We'll see you next week.
It's a short week.